Hey guys, Steven's Radio here with Austin St. John, the man, the myth, the legend. You played Jason, the original Red Power Ranger, and you're here at Comikaze this year. How are you enjoying the convention?
Man, I'm having a great time. It's been wonderful people. Everybody's been a lot of fun. The staff's been great. I can't complain at all. I'm having a great time.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite conventions to come to. And this year I noticed there is like an entire Power Rangers corner, more than there's ever been in the years I've been. It's crazy. Like, you guys are a staple at conventions now. No matter where I go, there's a Power Rangers corner. It's so crazy.
You know, we've hit just about every aspect of pop culture and life, and we've raised 3 generations now since I started. And it's, Star Wars, Star Trek, 6, 7 generations. These guys have been at it, and we're on course to do the same. Episode 800 we filmed this year.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. There's such a legacy and so many, like, I see little kids that watch this, and I can say, man, I remember when that was brand new and I was your age. It's so great that it's had this lasting impact, and you were there at the beginning of it. I mean, did you know, or was there a moment when you realized that this would have a big impact on so many lives during the show?
Nelson ratings and everything was coming back, and we found out we were #1 in the world, and I still, as I've been told, nobody's passed those marks yet with the ratings. But so you hear things like that, but I didn't really understand per se what that meant, and it took coming back 20 years later, and now I'm into production and I'm making my own films, to meet my fans now that they've grown up, and to hear about the impact that we've had on them and their families. And so it's really kind of sinking in now, this last year, and it's been pretty epic.
Yeah, it seems like there's just this general awareness among everybody of, man, do you remember Power Rangers? Like, that show really impacted me. Everybody seems to be kind of saying that at the same time, and it's great because we had the 20th anniversary recently, we have the new movie coming up, and I mean, I don't know if you're following the new movie, but have you seen the new casting that they've announced lately?
You know, I've seen a bunch of different versions, so I'm not really sure who's really been cast and who's not. I think we've got a solid indicator for who's going to be who now, but I'm really just waiting to see, waiting to see how it's going to turn out.
Saban recently tweeted a couple days ago that the cast, they have the names, and they're going to be playing the same characters you did, Jason, Trini, Zach, Billy, Kimberly. So do you have any advice for this new cast of Rangers? I mean, the original Jason, do you have any advice for your successor here?
Well, I tell you what, if they want to reach out and talk, I'm here. I'd love to pass on any advice that they might have, answer any questions they might have. I wish them the best and great success.
Great. Now, on this interview series I like to talk to all the Rangers about what their favorite episode was for their character. I like to say, all right, well, these are the best episodes to watch of the show, but is there like an episode to you that really just boils down Jason as a character you think everybody should see?
The original unaired pilot, that was really my genesis. It's one that it started the whole path for me. So that was a big one for me. Just because it was my very beginning.
And the original Trini, Audrey Dubois, is here. Is this the first time you've seen her since the pilot?
It is, yeah. Well, since the pilot. So it's 22 years. And we had some great conversations. She's wonderful. So it's been great to catch up and see all these folks and even the newer casts. So it's just been great. Every time I go out, it's memory lane running into. I've had some old directors. We had our props guy come by. I mean, a lot of folks. So it's great.
Everybody tells me it's kind of like a family reunion every time there's a convention.
It really is. Once you're a Ranger, you're in the family. And then there's this just massive force of people that are behind the scenes that make it happen. And they're a part of our family too. So it really is. It's a family.
Great. And one of the things I got the most out of Power Rangers was it was a great way to teach lessons and morals to kids. There was always something that the characters would learn in each episode, and then the kids watching would learn along with them. Was there an episode or a moral that really stood out to you that you were really proud of teaching back in the day?
We did a PSA where this kid came in. It was after school. I was in the gym training, and he came in and started a fight. Threw punches at me, blah, blah, blah. And rather than take him out, which everybody knows I could have done, or Jason could have done, I redirected his energy and kind of picked him up. And at the end, I was like, what's really on your mind? Let's talk about this. And Twee, or Trini, but Twee to me, was talking with another student at the time, talking about you just witnessed the highest form of martial arts. And we taught humility, we taught understanding, we taught that there's always another way. So that for me kind of resonated in the message that I put out and still put out to this day. So martial arts has gone in a lot of directions, and there are talented people in all walks of the arts and athletes, and there's a lot of people with really big mouths in the martial arts world. and that constantly run off at it. So what Jason did then and what I'm doing now, that's more in line with my direction. And I stick with humility and not running your mouth. I think it's great.
I thought Power Rangers was a great way to teach like an entire generation about martial arts. It inspired them to join. It inspired me to join martial arts. So first of all, thank you for that. How did you first get started in martial arts, and what has it done for you?
Well, I was 5, so my father was the first one to start teaching me. And we traveled a lot, military families. So every 9 months it was I could either quit or I could find whatever studio was there and train there and learn what I could. So I was a mutt. I was hybrid early on, not because it was cool, not because MMA made it big, but because I could start or I could quit every 9 months when we moved somewhere new. So it forced me to open up my perspective. There's not one art. I mean, there's over 2,500 different arts. Everybody's creating their own martial art now. You know, it's like McDonald's. But there's something in all types of arts for people if that's really what you're interested in. You don't have to pick one. You don't have to pick 10. Nowadays, you can go out and train in them all and take something from each of them. Just be man enough when you're done to turn around and offer something back. Find a way to teach. Find a way to give it back. And in my opinion, find a way to do it with a little humility. So martial arts is the backbone of everything I've done. And I love it. I just found a new master I'll be training under in Ohio. And I'm excited. It'll be number 18, 19 for me.
That is a lot of martial arts. That is a lot. Before MMA was even cool. So you're working on a lot of stuff lately. You're doing the convention circuits, but you're also working on a new film, Gideons Frontier. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, Gideons Frontier is, I play a character by the name of Simon Kenton, who is a general in the War of 1812. So you have the British, you had the Indians, you had the conflict in the Ohio Territory at the time. And Kenton was a legend in that area at the time. And it's just about the conflict and about survival and about how rough and gritty that war was. And we've kind of tied it together with a really positive writing style, so that you're not just watching people take a tomahawk to the face. You know, so positive characters, great role models. And I look forward to finishing it. We just did the featurette. We're going to take that out. I'm hoping to have final cuts on it. First cuts by December, maybe the release of the featurette somewhere around spring.
Okay. I'm really looking forward to it. And what was it like working with Walter Jones and Jason Narvey again?
They were great. Narvey, we actually, because he's such a character, we actually put him in as Gideon, who's like this kind of a fop. At the time, he's a shoe salesman who ends up inadvertently being involved in the war. A lot like everybody back in that time. They were shop owners or workers or farmers. And then we gave him another character, so we changed his makeup and did some really cool stuff. We made him a British commander. So he does some great stuff, and every bit of it is amazing. And then Walter he's just awesome. He plays this free, he wasn't a slave, he was a free black man in the era, and he plays like this hardcore, just Kenton's right hand, and just incredible. So I love being together with him on camera. We did our first fight together again in 20 years.
Wow.
On film in Ohio. So I'm looking forward to putting that out for everybody to see.
Great. I'm looking forward to it. Austin, thank you so much for your time, and have a great Comikaze, and thank you for all the memories with Power Rangers, man.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate
all right, take care.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching my interview with Austin St. John. I've been trying to make this one happen for a while, and I'm super glad I finally got to do it, and I wanted to get this one out to you as soon as possible. If you like the interview, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and let me know what your favorite episode with Jason, the original Red Ranger, is in the comments below. And subscribe for more Power Rangers interviews. We do nerdy vids and laughs every Wednesday here on this channel on Hyperdrive Pictures. And our next Power Rangers interview is actually with Sandy Selner, the woman inside the Alpha 5 suit. So you don't want to miss that. Thanks for watching, guys, and punch it. Tyrannosaurus!